Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets just as usual and looking at the overall markets. Looking at the Bitcoin price, Bitcoin has hit that kind of the top line of the symmetrical triangle we were looking at yesterday. If it breaks out of that, we're looking at $9,000, $9,200 or something, which is fantastic. We'll also be looking at 15 crypto projects under 1 million market capitalization that could kind of really explode in 2020. Now there's kind of hundreds of crypto projects like that under kind of 1 million. So I've kept it to between say 500,000 and 1 million, just a couple are just under that, and it could do really well. So I'll do another video from 100,000 to 500,000, and I'll do another video under 100,000. There are a couple of good projects under 100,000 that could make it really explode in 2020 as well. So we'll be looking at that, so I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be a jam-packed show. And we've not got any news today, so we'll just go over the markets, look at the Bitcoin charts, look at Binance and Kucoin, etc., and then we'll crack on. Okay, I just want to see if we're live or not. Everything, make sure everything is okay. The sound is okay. Sound is okay. Lip sync is okay so far. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to jump over to the chat area just now and see who's in. We have Marcus Jafari is in the house, welcome to you. Cookie is in the house, welcome to you. Mervyn Skidmore is in. The Botch Guy, haven't seen you here before, so good to have you here on the show, the Botch Guy. And Stephen King is in the house as well. And we'll get a few others in, I'm sure, along the way as well. And we'll just welcome you in when you come in. Okay, we'll dive straight into it because it's going to be a jam-packed show. Right, coin market cap, we are looking at an overall market capitalization of 227 billion, I think it's going to be when that comes up. 226.5 billion. So that's good. Bitcoin price is 8,513, gone up 4.68% over the last 24 hours, which is fantastic to see. And we'll see who the winners and losers are. We have BlockSnap is up 46%. We were looking at them last week. Bitcoin SV is up 25%. Bitcoin Gold is up 23%. Zcoin took a jump up as well, 22%. Dash, which I recommended on Saturday, has gone up 28% since I recommended it, but 19% over the last 24 hours. Zcash is up 18%. Bitcoin Diamond, Hedge Trade is up 10.78%, and V Systems is up 10.35%. So a lot of projects in double-digit greens. And what's the percentage? We've probably got about 85% in the green and 15% in the red. Nexo's down 6%, Coin, Sealy, Verge, Luna down all by small percentage points, but not by that much at all. Okay, gainers and losers. We'll just refresh this just to see if anything's changed. No, nothing much. So we've got Kucoin is up 251% over the last 24 hours, over the last 7 days. Oh, it doesn't tell you that. Atheon is up 242% on 83,000 volume. Ad Token is up 80%, which is great. Tratok, never heard of Tratok, up 71%. Pathhive, 61%, never heard of that. MESG is up 54%. VinChain is up 54%. Simone, Cash, BiddyPass, all up as well by good percentages. BiddyPass, 3.5 million, 3.2 million. Volume, I haven't heard of that. There's so many, because it's 5,031 now listed on CoinMarketCap. There's just so many that we haven't heard of. So still a lot of projects up and coming that could really make it. And that's why I wanted to take a look at 15 under 1 million. Okay, Crypto Bubbles, what's happening there? Just a sea of green just now over the last 24 hours in USD. That's because the dollar value of Bitcoin has gone up, so the dollar value of the alts go up as well, obviously. Big ones there, Bitcoin Gold, ZEC, Dash, XZC is up, and BSV is up, and we've just seen all that as well, Bitcoin Diamond. Digitex is starting to make a move as well. Kukla was talking about that this morning and posted a couple of posts, and there's a contest on for Digitex as well. So they're going to be kind of up and coming, I would imagine, over the next couple of months or so. So I think we could see 100% rise from Digitex over the next couple of months at least, until their exchange is leased or released. So it could be good for them. We'll look at it in Bitcoin value. This is Satoshi value. You can see it's a wee bit different. It's in the red because people are selling off to go into Bitcoin. That's why it's in the red on Satoshi value. But the big one's still there as well. You can still see in the green, so people are actually buying them as well. We'll look at over the last hour. A little bit more green in there, Satoshi value wise. And we'll look at USD value. Kind of stabilized, so that means the price of Bitcoin is stabilized as well. Nothing kind of really too big to talk about there. Okay, look at the fear and greed index. This is the highest I've seen this, so it's veering towards a greed kind of side. And we'll look at the RSI on kind of Bitcoin as well, just to see if it's been overbought just now. So it's up at 56 just now. I don't think I've seen it that high for a while, to be honest. I'm just going to look at the history of it. January 14, 56. The last time it was that was November the 4th, and that was at 56 as well. November the 3rd. When it was that price again, or that score. So it's never really been this high for a while now, really since August kind of time. Okay, this is the sentiment score for Bitcoin is up to 66.58, so positive sentiment with regards to Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum as well. Litecoin is down to 56, and Bitcoin SV obviously up 74. Binance coin is going up. That's went up by about 50 cents because of the USD value of Bitcoin, obviously. Monero's kind of down as well. That might be a good opportunity to look at later on. 32.6. EOS is down to 45.3. XRP is down as well. We'll look at individual coins. Let's see if there's any kind of ones that stand out here. Right, ICX Icon is up already, 7.54%, 82.50. Bitcoin Gold, we're seeing that's jumped up 23% already. Atom looks good, daily sentiment, relative trading volume 95%, not that much, but still good. As well, we've got Factom, 74.63, not really heard much about Factom again, but we've got a market cap of 70 million, still good. Really to look at Factom as well, I still think that's going to be big, 6.68% up as well. TNT, I still think that's going to be big as well, 74.53 on the sentiment score, what's good. MDA, that's already jumped up as well, 17%, 71.90, that's reflected in the relative trading volume as well. High performance blockchain, Monaco, still really like Monaco, 75 million, they're going to be $1 billion market cap soon in 2020, I would imagine. 2021, 67.45. IXEC RLC really good as well. So a lot of the alts are still looking good just now, even though Bitcoin has jumped up by 5%. And what else stands out? If there's any, Matic is starting to make a little move, 181 Satoshi. So it could be good for the IEOs to start making a move again. So there's quite a few on the first page actually that are doing well. Okay, jump back to chat area. We'll have G-Slick is in the house. Welcome to you. Mitch Dieter has joined us. The watch guy, quick crypto about a year ago, was thinking about coming back in. Any advice? Any advice for coming back in? It depends kind of how much you've got, what your risk is as well. There's lots of kind of different parameters you need to look at. Watch guy. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house. Welcome to you, Stuart. Good to see you here, mate. Nice to see BTC starting to show slow growth and some stability in the market. It's really good to see that. And there's a wee bit of positivity in the market again. And I would imagine if Bitcoin does keep on kind of rising or slowly, steadily rise or kind of just go sideways for the moment, we're going to see more people coming back in. And it's reflected in the YouTube kind of channel views on that as well. If you look at YouTube, it's a good indicator of how well crypto is doing overall. Dennis van der Hayden is in the house. Welcome to you. Gary Permenta. There's some rubbish that XRP is a security out today just when the chart is showing some promise. So I haven't seen the news yet, so there's some news coming out, but I don't think, no, because there's not a decision being made till the end of the day, I would imagine. David Schwartz is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you back. G-Slick, oh, you've got a couple to look at. UTK, Hot, Spend, UUU, Cap as well, Capacity. Actually, Capacity just outside the 15 projects I was going to look at because there's 1.1 million market capitalization. Spend is in there. UTK, I don't think that's, because that would have been, I think that's about 3 or 4 million. What is that? Yeah, 4 million. So that's not in there as well. Okay, so we'll look at Binance coins. What's going on at Binance? Dash, 922,000 Satoshi at the moment, which is fantastic. So I have to admit I made a really good call with that one just in time. I think I called it 730 Satoshi and it's been up about 28% since then, which is good. Hopefully some of the premium members got into Dash as well just the right time. And I think it's a good time for Dash. I think it's the right time for Dash just now. So it's looking good for Dash at the moment. Bitcoin Gold, not really interested in. Probably interested more in Bitcoin Gold than the like Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin Cash, etc. But just still, anybody that takes Bitcoin name, I just don't like. I think they should have rebranded way before now. They could have done much better. XZC is up there as well. Zcoin is up 16% just now. And we just looked at that. MDA is up 13%. ZEC, Bitcoin Diamond, INX, Lend is up as well. So doing well. And we'll look at Kucoin as well. Some brilliant coins to be had on Kucoin. BSV is up, Dash 14%, ZEC, we just looked at that as well. What is doing well in the main market? So actually we've got a couple of ones from the main market that are in these 15 projects. So we've got ADBANK up 36%, NOIA up 27%, BPT up 14% again, FKX 13%, CAT is up 11%, 11, Axpire up 10%, Bitcoin Diamond 10% as well. So a couple of good ones in there. What's happening with ADBANK just now? I'm just going to have a wee look. Just a bit slow again. Yeah, it did jump up to, what was it, 7 Satoshi. So it's not that much. Is it 7 Satoshi? Yeah. So they've got it broken down. You have to remember when you go into Kucoin, you've got it to 10 decimal places, not 8 decimal places. So although it says 559 there, it's really 5.59 Satoshi. Is that just now? But it did go up to 700. I think it was up to 700. Or 7 Satoshi basically, not 700, but 7 Satoshi. But if you broke it down, again, it's still up. So it's kind of still at the bottom for ADBANK as well. But we'll be looking at that as well. Okay, we'll go over to the Bitcoin chart. So 8,512 just now. I'm going to leave this in just now. This is a projected value for the future of Bitcoin. And you can see we're following this line here. This is the support line. Here. We're better going down into the weekly. I'll show you this. I'll kind of just show you every day probably. And this is a 4-year kind of cycle that Bob Lucas talks about. So yeah, this is the kind of lines for Bitcoin where it's going to go. And we're talking, I was having a conversation with Rowan Rocker, I think today, I've not replied back, for yesterday's video about Bitcoin going to 100,000, and he doesn't think it's going to get past 50,000, Rowan Rocker. For certain reason, it's got a good kind of argument there as well for why it's not going to get to 50,000, and kind of asking the question why I think it's going to get to 100,000. So I've replied on that yesterday, but basically I think more and more of the institutions are going to come in, and because of the supply and demand, because there's 10 million locked up or hodled just now with Bitcoin, there's only about 3 million really in circulation at the moment just now because of the 10 million hodl, and because of the ones that have been lost already, there's probably about 3 or 4 million Bitcoin in circulation just now. So due to supply and demand, and once more and more people get to know about it, then I think that's why it's going to get up to 100,000. However, the question we have to ask is Bitcoin going to survive? So is it still going to be here in 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years time? If it is, then there's no way it cannot rise to $100,000 because of supply and demand, and that's what it's kind of talking about. But he's kind of asking the question, where's the money going to come from? And I think it's going to be institutions, and I think there's going to be more and more people like you and I get into kind of Bitcoin as a matter of course, and I think the funds are going to get into it big time as well. So yeah, that's where I think the money is coming from. So that was just a quick conversation I was having with Rowan Rocker this morning. Don't know if he's watching just now, but if you are watching the replay, Rowan Rocker, I know I've not really explained it here, but that's kind of my brief thoughts on it as well. And this is how I think it's kind of going to rise from here. But I don't think it's going to be 2020 to get to 100,000. But certainly by the end of 2020, we're going to break that 20,000 level, the highest level, probably get up to about 29,000 or so. Okay, what else is doing well? I'll just have a look at some of the charts. So Zcoin, we can see there, this is on a weekly. It's really coming up from its bottom, Zcoin. It's coming up from its all-time low and just rising from there. So on the daily, it's crossed over on the daily. The 70 EMA is crossed over. Lend is still doing well. It's doing fantastic actually over the last few months. If we look at over the last few months, if we took it from where it first crossed over back in September, it would have been up just now, big time, just now. 500%, although we might not have gotten out at that point. Might have gone out and crossed down, so 300% there. And then again, we've got a rise when it crossed over again of about 114%. So Lend has done extremely well. That's in the DeFi space. We say this DeFi space is going to do extremely well, and it is, and we're going to see more and more projects like Lend coming up. When we looked at Lend the last time as well, we said, okay, this is what's probably going to happen. Probably going to get that cup and handle formation. Did exactly that, so there's a lot more to come from Lend, I think, as well. Look at Ncash, that's a low Satoshi value one. Bitcoin down and not doing much. Dash, I think this is time for Dash as well. It hasn't really crossed over, had a major crossover since back in February 2019. Crossed over on the daily, and that's what I was looking at the other day when I kind of called it. It crossed over quite significantly, and I called it 730,000, and it's keep on going up just now. So next level for that would be 974,000. And it looks as if it's going to kind of hit that and possibly come back down from there, and then go back up again, resume its kind of upward spiral there. Zcash crossed over on the daily. It's crossed over a couple of times in the daily and then came back down again. So don't know if I trust this kind of rise. It would have to move past probably 522,000 Satoshi for it to be a sustained rise. Excuse me. Beam is starting to move up. I'd kind of called that a couple of days ago, and it kind of hit a bottom around about there. But I think Beam could start moving up as well. Litecoin, we spoke yesterday about this being support, the 614,000 level being support. Next level for Litecoin should be 709,000 Satoshi, and it's working its way towards that just now. Ethereum I'm liking as well. Just have a quick look at all the charts. So it doesn't look good on the daily for Ethereum, but obviously dollar value does look good because the Bitcoin price gone up. Yeah, dollar value crossing over on the daily as well, but I'd rather see the Satoshi value going up. Unless I was cashing out, then I'd be looking at dollar value. Okay, see if anybody else has joined us. Chris Cash is in the house. Honest Crypto Journey did a video on XRP issue yesterday. It's tomorrow, and it's a district court lawsuit brought by a couple of early XRP buyers saying XRP is a security. This is not an SEC ruling. That's not happening yet. Right, okay, thanks for that, Stuart. Chris Cash, you would get out of vaults at the moment, or would you stay in because it's too late now for selling it at lows? No, I think there's going to be a period, and I don't know if this is a period. I think there's going to be a period where the alts are going to go up in tune with the Bitcoin price going up as well, and that's when we're going to start to see the rise of altcoin season. But I wouldn't necessarily get out of alts. I'd be checking the charts for the altcoins. So what I'd be doing is just looking at the charts and looking for the cross downs, and by that I mean the cross down, the 70 EMA crossing down over the 50 EMA, either on the probably on the 4 hourly I'd be looking at. So Enigma, for example, it wouldn't be a buy just now. It's crossed down over back on the 13th of January, well, yesterday. It's crossed down over it, so that would probably be a sell. There'd be a lot of sales, to be honest. So I'd be checking the charts. I wouldn't necessarily just get out just because Bitcoin price is going up, because Bitcoin price is hitting a level whereby a lot of people are going to be shorting it around about the 8,500 level. And we have to look at this again. If we look at the Bitcoin price, BTC USD. So we have this kind of channel here. We're in this channel, symmetrical triangle as well, but it happens to be within this channel as well. And we're hitting the upper kind of level of that channel just now. So a lot of people are going to be shorting here. This would be a good time to short unless it kind of broke out. That's what I was saying yesterday. So at some point, Bitcoin has to, over the next kind of couple of weeks, middle of February, I'd say, because of this symmetrical triangle, it has to break to the upside or break to the downside. Just now, it looks as if it wants to try and break to the upside. It's not broken this channel yet. We'll have to wait on it breaking this channel. A second rise above this channel before we say, okay, that's it broken out. We're going up to 9,200 from here, or at least kind of 9,000 from here. So it could well do that today, or it might come back down and kind of come down even to possibly 7,200, 7,300 at its lowest. But keep an eye on it over the next few weeks for this symmetrical triangle. But right now, if it breaks out of here, then we could be going up to 9,000. So a lot of people are going to be placing their kind of bets on saying, okay, this is going to go back down because of this upper channel resistance line. Jean is in the house. Good morning to you. Morning, Ollie. Check in, like one crushed. Views on VET, please, Stephen. I'll look at that after as well once I've looked at the other ones, and I'll quickly go through that. Gary Pimenta, FTM is trending in the top 3 in CoinSpot Exchange, down 6.6% at the moment. Excellent. But Justin makes, Gary Pimenta maybe, but Justin makes an announcement if he picks his nose. Is this Justin Sun we're talking about? Alright, Justin Sun has another surprise involving 100 million additional users on top of the 100 million from YouTube. TRX and BTT might be worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, TRX, I've tipped TRX to jump up, but kind of gone down a wee bit just now because of the Bitcoin price going up. Right, okay, we'll get to these 15 projects. So these are kind of 15 projects that I'm looking at. I've never done a deep dive on most of them, if I'm being honest. These are the ones I'm looking at. I'm just thinking these could actually do really well. But I haven't done a deep dive, which means I've not gone into the team, I've not spoken to the team. I've not done kind of what's happening just now, where they are on the roadmap. These are just ones I'm keeping an eye on just now. So just bear that in mind as I say, look at these as well. But here are some of them. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments as well, or let me know in the comments just now if you're watching live, if you've got a project under 1 million that you think deserves a mention as well. So let me know in the comments if you've got a project that deserves a mention that's under 1 million market capitalization. And I know we shouldn't be looking at market capitalization because that's just reflective of the last price of when somebody bought the actual token. But we're going to look at it anyway because a lot of people do look at it, so we have to pay attention to it. Okay, the first one is NOIA Network. And I've done these this morning, probably about 5, 6 o'clock this morning. I started looking at these to do the show today, which is about 3, 4 hours ago. But NOIA has since jumped up 27% is up just now. So we've seen that on here, NOIA. It jumped up kind of big time, 27%. I should be doing this actually, I'll just leave that. But it jumped up after, it's not because it started speaking about or kind of saved on here, but it just jumped up, coincidental. So the market cap was about 500,000, just under 500,000, but it's jumped up to 707,000 just now. So what is NOIA Network? So it's a programmable internet, enabling the transition to the next generation of internet. So current internet architecture and its routing protocols make internet performance unpredictable, unreliable and unsecure. It results in costing technology companies, enterprise and internet service providers billions in effort to scale and maintain and protect their infrastructure. I totally agree with that. I've got a couple of websites that I have myself. And for me, it's kind of speed and the safety of it as well, the security of it as well. So I like what they're trying to do here. Big plans for NOIA, but if they can make it or not, I don't know. But at least They're attempting that, and they're attempting to do it with the blockchain as well. So I like the look of NOIA as well. But where have they been? The market capitalization, it's not really got. Your market capitalization has been at 2 million before, and gone all the way down to 441,000. So it was there kind of until recently, and it's just jumping back up again just now. So NOIA is the first one. The next one we're going to be looking at is AKROPOLIS as well, and these are just interesting, as I said, interesting projects I'm looking at. AKROPOLIS has been up to 7 million before, is now up to 657,000 kind of market cap for that just now. And AKROPOLIS, if you look at here, we build products that help people save, grow and scale decentralized and autonomous community economies. So an easy to use interface for financial operations and decision making as well. So there's a lot more to AKROPOLIS than we kind of can say here, but it's just to let you know this is the one I'm kind of looking at. And when I say I'm looking at, these are the ones I'm kind of whittling down to do a deeper dive on some of them. And I've got a list of about, it must be about 60 or so to look at. So AKROPOLIS is the second one. Third one is BANKEX. This was kind of suggested a couple of times from some of the viewers as well. So BANKEX, I'm looking at just now as well. It's got a market capitalization of 743,000. We'll just have a look at that just to see if it's updated, because some of them are jumping. 719,000 is down to. Volume is good at 62,000 just now. Circulating supply, over 50% of the total supply is in circulation just now. And BANKEX as well, social commerce for your business. We give you more than 50 money-making tools and messengers and social media. So it's just an easy way to send money across all the kind of social media platforms as well. So they call it social commerce. So now customers can pay directly in messengers and social networks. A user just needs to push a button to transfer money between his and the company's wallet. This is a new way to buy called social commerce. So they've got lots of different things going on at BANKEX as well. I've looked at them a couple of times just now because a couple of viewers have looked at them and kind of shared it with me as well and said it's interesting. So I like the look of BANKEX and what they're trying to do. So it's not as if it's like another, it's not trying to be a bank on the blockchain. Okay, next one is Vouch for Me, and I have to tell you, I'm kind of in this just now. I have been from the very start. And I bought them really kind of high, to be honest. I put about $10,000 into these, but I still think it could make it. There's a couple of projects I bought into that I don't think are going to make it, so I've just got rid of them. But Vouch for Me, I still think this could make it, but I'm just going to probably have to hold on for about 2 or 3 years at least. Vouch for Me is an insurance company, but it's an insurance company with a difference. So it uses the power of your social network to lower the cost of your insurance. Vouch for Me is an online social proof platform for gathering guarantees that cuts your insurance premium costs. So I think it's a unique idea. Whether it's going to work or not, I just don't know as of yet. They've been out for a 1.5 years or so. Vouch for Me. It used to be called something else. So I can't remember the name of it when it first came out, but they kind of rebranded and called it Vouch for Me. So I think this could do well. And it's only got a market capitalization of 690,000. We'll just have a look at that again and just refresh it. $688,000. It's come down a tiny wee bit since I kind of put it up. But you can see where it was. It did have a market capitalization of around about 37 million market capitalization. Obviously, that's when Bitcoin was about 20,000 or so. So it still looks good to me, to be honest. And it's not because I've got it and I'm holding it. The next one is SPENDCOIN. I spoke about this a couple of times and I did have my doubts as well. When I first spoke about it, I thought this looks really quite cool actually. But it's 1.2 million market capitalization. I thought that was under 1 million. That shouldn't have really made it into this. Oh, 1.3 has gone up again. So it's now 1.3 million market capitalization. So I'm going to keep it in there. SPENDCOIN, when I first looked at it, I thought, oh wow, I found a kind of doozy here. This could be really good. And I really kind of thought I had, and it kind of went up. And then I started to kind of look at other kind of news stories about it and thought, maybe not as good as I thought. And then I came back to it again and thought, I still like the look of this, keep coming back to it. And SPENDCOIN, real-time decentralized payments. SPENDCOIN enables a cross-chain interoperable payments blockchain. I'm speaking that fast that I can't get the words out. Payments blockchain system that is designed for merchant processing that's seamless, instant and free. So I like this from the point of view that I've got a business online and I do transactions online as a merchant as well. So this is why I first came to SPENDCOIN as well. So I think this could be a really good one as well, but it's gone up quite a bit. It's going to look over the last 3 months. Yeah, it did go up to about 6 million or so, 5.6 million, and came down since. So still like the look of SPENDCOIN as well. So I'm going to include that in the top 15. MEDICALCHAIN, this made a big kind of splash when it first came out in ICO, but then just subsequently just kind of disappeared after that. Did go all the way up after this ICO to 56 million, so 56 times from where it is just now, which is 5,600%, and it's kind of came all the way down. But I still like the look of this as well. I still like what they're trying to do with this. So this is about your kind of health records as well. I don't know if you've ever tried to change doctors, or if you've kind of gone to the hospital or something as well, and they kind of ask all these questions all the time. With this, and this is how I see it, when you're changing doctors, you just have them on the blockchain, so you can give access to another doctor and take access away from somewhere else or something, so you own your own health data. And I like the look of it. It's a unique kind of proposition. They've got, still like the look of it and still like what they're doing, and still think there's a big use case for this as well. So MEDICALCHAIN is currently sitting at 944,000 market capitalization, just under that 1 million mark. 942 just now. It's gone up a wee bit. Next one is PLAIR. I spoke about this a couple of times, and this is gaming. I think gaming is going to be huge in 2020, and PLAIR is going to be one of those that's really going to make it in 2020 as well. So just refresh this, so I've got an up-to-date one for you. And before I go on to 849,000 is just now, so it's 14% just now, but I still think this is going to be a good one. It's got markets, had a market capitalization of about 5 million, roughly about 5 million, so 5.5x from where it is just now. So this could be a good one as well. Ready to game. PLAIR is a gaming ecosystem created for gamers and gaming fans, rewarding them for playing, creating content, viewing, and social interaction. So it's a bit like if you watch Twitch and kind of looking at kind of gamers on Twitch as well. It's a bit like that. And I think this could be one of the big ones as well. So we've got Engine Coin, obviously the biggest one. So you're looking for the next Engine Coin. And there's a couple in the gaming kind of platforms that I like as well, and this is one of them. Next one is HOWDOO. I've kind of lost a lot of faith in HOWDOO, if I'm being really honest, because I think they should have brought out their kind of systems by now, but I'm still holding out hope for what they're doing just now. The market cap is 545,000. Just now you can see it was up to about 11 million recently, and that's because they were doing a swap over, and I knew it was going to happen, and I knew I wouldn't be able to cash in on it either. So I've got these kind of HOWDOO tokens, but I couldn't sell them because they were doing a swap, but the team could sell them and buy them as well, and I think the price was hyped up, and then it kind of subsequently came down, so I lost a wee bit of faith around about that time, but I'm still holding out hope that they can pull this off just now. So still looking at HOWDOO just now, still holding HOWDOO, so I have to be upfront and honest with you, but I have to be honest about kind of how I'm feeling as well. I don't know, I think they should have done things a lot quicker, but just things are delayed, everything's delayed. It just seems, I don't know, just seems there's a lot of kind of excuses in that, but I'm still holding out hope for HOWDOO and still kind of checking in with them every now and again as well. Okay, the next one, HOWDOO, if you don't know what it is, it's another social media platform. It's not another one, it's a social media platform kind of for the blockchain as well, and they're bringing on loads of kind of different people onto this as well, and you get paid for your kind of uploading to social media. If you're going to be active on social media, why not get paid for it? And that's the kind of premise of what HOWDOO is. So I like the premise of it, I like what they're trying to do here as well. It just wasn't quick enough. I was expecting a lot more by now from HOWDOO. That's why I kind of lost a wee bit of faith in it. But time, we have to kind of look at that. We have to kind of understand that there's going to be difficulties as well. So that's why I'm still holding, and I haven't sold out of them just yet. FORTKNOXSTER is another one I like, 550,000 just now. We can see that's gone up as well since this morning. I'll just kind of refresh that just now. It's up. It was up 21%. Where is it just now? Up 15%. So 541,000 as well. And this is for security, private and secure messaging, calling and storage. So military grade encryption. You've got an app for it as well. So they've been doing really well over the last couple of months. Yeah, over the last couple of months, since kind of the end of December, they were down to 165,000. They've gone up about 200-300%, and kind of gone up again. The highest they've been is around about 1 million market capitalization. So another 100%, and they've got to the kind of all-time high for that. But I think they could do real well. A couple of kind of projects coming on board, and a lot of things could happen with FORTKNOXSTER, but we'll see. But it looks a good one at 541,000. And the next one is BETPROTOCOL. I think somebody mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, and I looked into it and I thought, oh, this could actually be quite good, because it's a wee bit different from what you think it is. So BETPROTOCOL is 447,000, volume is 167,000. Looks good, about 47% of the total supply that's in circulation just now. But if we kind of go into it and dig a wee bit deeper, start your own gaming application in minutes. So this is not a kind of betting platform. This is for you to launch your own platform on. So if you want to launch a kind of gaming platform or a betting platform or whatever, you can actually do that using BETPROTOCOL. And that's what makes it slightly different. So even if it was a kind of platform for betting as well, that could be a good proposition. But the fact that you can launch your own gaming application on it is what I kind of like about this as well. It's a wee bit different from what's out there. So BETPROTOCOL, $447,000 market capitalization. Like the look of that one. LITION as well is 432,000 market capitalization just now, 101,000 volume. It has been all the way up to about 9 million. Is it 9 million? Around about 9 million market capitalization, so about 3 times from where it is just now, or 1800% from where it's been. And LITION is the blockchain standard for business. LITION is developing the advanced scalable public-private blockchain with deletable data features made for commercial products. They've got investors and partners there. SAP, Longhash, Microsoft, HOLOCHAIN, Alpha Labs, some good projects here. Stanford Business, Law Pilots. And LITION is developing a scalable public-private blockchain with deletable data features made for commercial products. This state-of-the-art protocol enables blockchain-based applications to step out of the current niche into commercial mainstream deployment. So this could be a good one. It could be a good one for the future as well. Just see kind of what it's done recently. It's going down and down and down. So it could be a good time to look at it. Could be a good time to look at it just now. And we'll just go over the last month or so. It's kind of up and down just now, but it could be a good one to look at as well, to do a wee bit of a deeper dive on. Next one is OWNDATA as well, 382,000, 15,000 volume. It has been up to around 4.3 million, just which is about 12x from where it is at the moment. And OWNDATA, monetize your own data with blockchain. So this is about owning your own data and sharing it. You know, when you kind of share your information with an insurance company or something, they can, or what's been happening in the past, they then sell that information on to other kind of companies that buy the data in bulk. This is about owning your own data and who you pass it to, and actually getting paid for passing it to certain companies. I don't know quite how that kind of works, and the kind of grand scale of it. Do you pay it by company, or how does it work from that point of view? I would imagine it goes into a big pot and it's big data that they use, and then they could market to you or whatever. But you get paid for owning your own data, and that's what it's about. So I like the look of that as well. OWNDATA has been kind of going downhill slightly over the last couple of months. It was at 2.2 million, has kind of come down since then, but I still think it could come back in 2020. Next one, we have BLOCKPASS. Is 342,000. I think this is one of the lowest ones. So this could be a kind of an outside chance. It's gone up this morning again, 23%. It might have come back down since then. Nope, still up 21%, 341,000 market capitalization. Has been as high as 1.5 and we didn't have a market capitalization then, but it was up to 225 Satoshi, so 10x from where it is just now, and basically in Satoshi value. They've got a billion supply. This is the part I don't really like. Billion supply, about 167 million, which is 16.7% of the total supply in circulation. That's the part I don't like, so I need to dig deep further into the tokenomics of it and how they're going to do that. But BLOCKPASS is a KYC as a service for regulated industries. So seamless KYC is a service for easy customer onboarding in regulated industries. So I think this could be quite good. If you've done KYC before, if you've signed up for an exchange, KYC, you'll know what it's all about. And this is a company that's going to offer that and offer that as a service to other companies as well. But the expansion could be really good. You could do it for insurance, you could do it for banks, you could do it for lots of different kind of applications. So I think BLOCKPASS could actually be quite good. And I'm going to follow this and do a deeper dive on this as well. I think it's one of the ones that I actually really like. I like all of them. The other ones I like all of them, but this quite excites me. I quite like the look of this as well. The next one is ADBANK, and just to let you know, I hold this as well. It's up 29% as well, 37%. So it's up again from where I kind of first seen it this morning. That's the one I was looking at on Kucoin as well. So ADBANK is up and down just now, I have to be honest. And we'll just look over the last 3 months, because that tells you it was kind of big time. So it was up to about 366,000 and then came back down to about 210,000. So it's up and down just now, but I like it for the future. And basically the reason I like this, and I got into this at the very beginning again, it's advertising, it's broken, let's fix it. And it's a revolutionary ad platform with total transparency of payments between advertisers and publishers, powered by blockchain technology. So I really like this, and they've got kind of Blade, and they've got a plugin that you can put into Chrome and Brave. But Brave have something similar built in, is what the Brave browser is kind of all about as well. They have something similar to that as well, where you can choose to have advertising on or not, and you get paid for it as well. So this is why I think it's gone down, but I still think there's room enough for competition like ADBANK, and I still like the look of ADBANK and what it can do. We'll just go to all just now. It has been as high as when it loads, and there's one more after this. There was a lot to get through today. 13 million, it has been up to 13 million before. So about what, 30x, 39x from here. So 3,900% from here, but I still like the look of ADBANK, and it's worth looking at. Maybe not just now, it's up 37%. Maybe wait till it comes back down again, if it comes back down. Okay, the last one, and again, sorry for speaking so fast. I hope I'm still live actually. I know there's been problems. Yeah, we've still got an excellent connection, good. The last one is MEMBRANA, 302, another one of the kind of really low ones, getting down to that kind of low level one, but market cap of $302,000 just now. And I'll just refresh that again, just so I've got a to-date price for you. It's gone down a wee bit, so 292, so it is the lowest one of today, MEMBRANA. And I like the look of it. I've spoken about this a couple of times. So it's a marketplace for asset management. We provide trading across multiple exchanges and services for asset under management built on Ethereum smart contracts. Now, I've seen a couple of things like this as well, but I like the look of this, and it's lasted. A couple of the other ones that have been similar to this have not really lasted, but it's only been out a couple of months on CoinMarketCap. But I like the kind of look of this, and possibly where it could go. So I'm keeping an eye on it. I wouldn't put a lot of money into it, but I'm keeping an eye on this one. Staking rewards for token holders in MEMBRANA and ETH, 20 to 43% annualized as well. So it's talking about staking as well. Staking is going to be big in 2020, but 20 to 43%, don't really see how they can sustain that, but it could be good for the short term if it survives. And you've got to ask that question as well about all the projects. Is it going to survive? So we'll see. MEMBRANA is the last one at a market cap of 292,000. that's the last one. So I'll do another one. I'd like to do another one that's under 100,000. There's a couple under 100,000, so I'm going to try and gather another few as well. But I'll do some between 100,000 and maybe 250,000 or 100,000 to 500,000. Look at them, but a few of them here are under 500,000 just now. So still some to look at as well. Okay, I'll get back to the chat. Remember, Skidmore, 15 new coins from CYT, and crypto news is the place to be, so buy a few. The price may hike, but don't forget to click the like. Excellent. Well done, Mervyn. Tom Say is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you here. Kig is in the house. Good morning, and thank you very much for the $1.99 donation. Really appreciate that, mate. John Graham is in. Don't think I've seen you, John. So good to have you here on the channel. Lawrence Matthews is back with us. Good to see you here. Gary Pimenta, Ethos has been busy working away under the radar as well. Yeah, I see that moving as well. Okay, we'll quickly get to some of the coins you wanted me to look at. I think we'll start with GSLIC. We'll go to UTK. So I hope that was useful. Let me know in the comments if you've got any ones under a million as well. So we'll go to charts. What time are we on? 9:17. We've still got time to quickly look at some of these as well. So UTK, BTC, and we'll look at coin market cap. Right, how they're doing? Not doing well at all. And this is on the daily chart. And you could get a bounce from here because you've got kind of strong support from here for UTRUST. I like UTRUST for the long term. I like it for the long term, but it's not doing well in the short term. And you can see we've looked at it before and we thought the risk to reward ratio could be quite good and just risking 4%. And if you did that, you'd have just lost 4% before it kind of went all back down. But again, you'd be looking at risk to reward ratio from here because there seems to be strong support around about the 116 area. You'd have to look at the risk to reward ratio from here where it is just now, and you'd be risking, I'm going to take that off, and you'd be risking a small 5% here to possibly gain. You're probably going up to around about, I'm going to say here, so you've actually got a risk to reward ratio score of 11.33. Probably down, you've got another one down below that, I would imagine, before it. So even 4.17, so it's a good risk to reward ratio chance for UTRUST if you're going to get into that. But you're only risking 5%, and that's really what you want. That's kind of ideal situation. So you're really risking saying, okay, I'm going to put a couple $100 into this, but I'm going to get out, I'm going to put a stop loss at 113 for that. Stop is coming up. What time of the stop? Yeah, 113. Excuse me. And you could gain a possible 21% that. So it's a good risk to reward ratio one. To as an entry price to buy into for the long term. I'm not so sure about that, but still for trading purposes could be a good one to get into just now. HOT. We've looked at HOT as well. Not really doing much just now. And it's one of the lower Satoshi value ones. And HOT is dangerously close to going into the basket of Christ knows what's happening with it. To be honest, why the price is so low. But again, a good risk to reward ratio here. You can buy at 9 Satoshi just now. I would imagine the order books are for between 8 and 9 just now. We'll go to HOT. What's the order books looking like? All right, come on. 722,711. You might even want to put an order in for 8 Satoshi. It might come down between 7 and 8 again. So it could be a good one to look at for that. Yeah, a lot of people are selling at 8. So it could be a good time to buy 8 Satoshi, and that risk to reward ratio becomes even better. So if you can get in for 8 Satoshi, I would kind of get in just now. But for the short term, it's not looking good for HOT, and I don't understand why. To be honest, it's one of those ones again that goes into the Pundy X pot and also was the other pot it goes in, can't remember, Dent as well. Spend, I've kind of looked at spend as well, that does look good. UU Network, UUU, BTC. That's another one that's down, is very low as well. Another one we looked at, had a good, well, didn't really have a good risk to reward ratio, 14%, and we've been risking for a ratio of 3. So where is that now? So obviously with Bitcoin price going up, a lot of these kind of alts kind of will go down, but this is probably a better risk to reward ratio as well than it was previously. I'll kind of come in here, and you'd be putting, oh, it's still with 5 Satoshi just now. So unless you have 10 decimal places, where's U Network? U Network, unless it's on Kucoin. Reported volume. It's not on Kucoin, so I don't know if you'll be global, if they do 10 decimal places or not. If they do, then it could be a good risk to reward ratio for that one as well. But at the moment, short term, it doesn't look good just now. Cap, I kind of looked, I said Cap was going to be in. Cap, BTC, and that was just outside the kind of 15 projects I was looking at. Yeah, Cap has already come up, looking good on the daily. So we've got one there at the crossover just now, so I've done that already, crossover, and the last time I looked at it, said it come down to 61.8% level, down to 22. It didn't quite get to 20, no, it did get to 22, and it bounced back up again, so we're at 24 just now, so it could start its rise back up again for capacity. So yeah, it could be a good one. So it's risen from 13 Satoshi and kind of went up by nearly 200% and come back down again. So it could be a good time to buy, but you might want to wait out and just see what happens with Bitcoin as well before kind of buying back into that. What other one did you see? FTM is trending in the top 3, down 6.6%. I'll have a quick look at FTM as well. I like FTM for the long term. FTM BTC. Short term not looking good. Hit an all-time low. Short term. So it doesn't look good just now for Phantom. FTM. 17 million. So that's definitely not an entry price for that as well, and even because there's no kind of precedent for it, it's hit an all-time low, so this could go down even lower, so I wouldn't be buying this at the minute. I do like it for the long term, but I still wouldn't be buying. I'd wait until kind of the price came to me and the 70 EMA crossed over the 50 EMA on the 4 hour or the daily, more than likely the daily, before I'd buy into this again, because it's hit that all-time low and there's nothing there to support it. And it's at 17 million as well. So yeah, it wouldn't be a buy-in just now. I like the project, as I said, but it wouldn't be a buy-in just now. And Donny John Matthew is in the house. And nice to see the charts in the green. It is Ethos as well. We're looking at Ethos, sorry. And just look at, it's done well over the last couple of days. Oh, and BQX, BTC will go on to Binance. So we're looking at, we've done this before as well, so I'm going to do it from the crossover. And you can see it kind of spiked all the way up and to 456 from around about 252, so it went up nearly 100%, came back down again, hit that 88.6% level, or 78.6% level, bounced back up from there, came back down, is now the kind of roughly the 61.8% level. and so that might be used as a support around about at 330. And so BQX might do well actually, and it's the market capitalization is actually quite good just now. Why is it not coming up? Voyager, why? Why? Is it UTRUST? What's going on with coin market cap? That's strange. Why is it not coming up? I'm just under a different, because I know they're rebranded, but it should still Voyager. Has it been rebranded as VGX? So it's not coming up yet. 6.6 million, 349. That's what it is. I forgot about that kind of rebranding again. So VGX is coming out with the Voyager token. So 349 at the moment. 6.6 million market capitalization. Obviously has been a lot kind of higher than that. And you're talking nearly $1 billion market capitalization. So it could be a good one. John Matthews, do you still have hopes for Holo? Because last night I had a dream of Holo doing a major spike in a couple of days to 44 cents for Holo. Where did I put it? $0.44 from here. Wow, that'd be amazing if I'd done that. For the long term, as I said, Donny, is dangerously close to going into that basket of I kind of hold my hands up and just don't know what's going on with the price and why the price is so low, because it does on paper, it looks like a good project. They've sent their kind of units out as well for the whole units as well. They've sent them out. A lot of people got them before Christmas time. So it's dangerously close to going into that basket. And when it goes into that basket, it's like just walk away from it, because you're never going to be able to understand why people are going off it. So it's not there yet, but it's getting close to there. So it has to move quite quickly from here. But I still think it's a really good project, and still think it could go up big time, and still think when it goes, it's going to really kind of blow by 100%, 200, 300%. Gino Dow is in the house. Welcome to you. Tao and Neo, it's about to moon. Yeah, I like Neo as well. I said that yesterday. Neo, we have to look at Neo. Seriously look at Neo, because I think it is going to kind of explode as well. I'm going to go to the daily for this one. We're hitting the 50 EMA. It's dancing on the 50 EMA just now. But even at these kind of price, I think it's Neo. We'll look at the USD value, because people are going to be looking at that. $10.38 just now. It has been as low as $6.65, probably lower than that. Yeah, $5.45. So I think Neo in 2020 is going to be huge again. I think because of China and what's going to be happening in China, I think Neo is going to be huge. I think it's going to take us a lot by surprise. So yeah, I'd be looking at to get into Neo again as well. Gino Dallas stated in long at $7,300, put $1,000 on BTC and altcoins at the moment, 2x more money. Excellent. ETH1 is delisted. What's delisted? Oh no, it's not delisted. Voyager, no, it's just because it's rebranding. At the moment, I'm 1k in profit and rising. Brilliant, Gino. And Donny Don Matthew, Holo, Pundy, Den. It surprises me what's wrong with these, because all of them have working. Exactly, that's what I just don't understand, Donny. And I've been following PundyX, but well, since it kind of came out. Same with Dent as well. I just think it's a really great project. They've got a working product. They're bringing in money, so is PundyX as well. Same with Holo as well. They're bringing in money. They've got good projects. They've got product out, but it just people are just not interested for whatever reason it is. Just do not understand. Holo is not there yet. It's not there yet, but it's getting close to that, and it has to do something quite quick for it not to fall into that basket. Okay, that's good timing. I think I'm going to leave it there just now. We'll just have another look at the Bitcoin price. See what's happening with that. 5,000, it's going up further. So it's breaking out of this kind of downward channel. And it's been in this downward channel since the 26th of June. That's a good sign, but it has to stay above there as well. But it's never broken out of this channel yet. This is the first time it's actually broken out. So it's looking good for a rise to $9,000 for Bitcoin. And then hopefully this line here will be used as support. As long as we stay within this line as well, this line here, that's a kind of major support line, and that's a macro support line. As long as we stay in here, I'm very happy about what's happening with Bitcoin just now. So yeah, I think this the next rise could be up to 9,000 if we kind of sustain this rise above this kind of downward channel upward line. So looking good for Bitcoin. Altcoins probably going to go down a wee bit, but you're still going to get some that are just going to rise, and we're seeing that just now. Hopefully it's one of yours as well. But the altcoins will have their day, same with Bitcoin, and they'll have their day on the same day. As in Bitcoin will rise, same, the altcoins will rise as well. And Genodal XRP, we'll look at XRP very quickly. XRP, BTC. And it's kind of coming close to this support line, 2,489 or 2,500. But we're 2,616 just now. Still love XRP for the long term, love what they're doing just now, love the foundations that they're building, and think this could be really big. Still believe that, and still holding to that as well. Nothing has changed my mind. In fact, it's probably it's getting stronger, my kind of belief in XRP as well. Omnitude Ecom is way down. I haven't seen that, but I'm going to leave it there just now. And thank you very much for joining me today. Really appreciate your time today, as always, and your comments. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know the projects that you think that are under 1 million market capitalization that really could explode in 2020. It'd be good to check those out as well. So let me know in the comments just now. And people watching just now, last one out, hit that like button as well. So thank you very much for watching. Until tomorrow, same time, same place. Namaste. Take care. Bye now.